Hello, beautiful people. You're most welcome to another sewing tutorial with Diamond Claudias. It's always a pleasure to have you here. If this is your first time, kindly click on the subscription button. All right, so on today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this beautiful cape top. So earlier on, I uploaded a tutorial on how to make this particular one. I mean, the one with the cupped shoulder. But on today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this one. I mean, the one with the pointed shoulder. Okay, so I asked if you guys would be interested, and of course, you showed your interest in the comment section, which is why I'm uploading this. Okay, so I'll be making use of this African print. In fact, you need at least or less than 1 yard if you're making it for a child, and less than 2 yards if you're making it for an adult. But that actually depends on your size. Okay, so you also need an interfacing, and you can also decide to make it a two-in-one. I mean, a reversible jacket by making use of another fabric to line it. Okay, so this particular one I'll be using it for a child. So what I'm going to do first of all is to fold my fabric into four, just like you can see me doing. So from that pointy edge, I'm going to measure 22 inches all around, and I'm going to connect all these lines together and cut it out. I mean, just the way we cut out our fleece. So go ahead and measure 22 inches. That is if you are cutting it for, if you're making this for a child. I'm actually making this for a 1 year old child. So go ahead and measure 22 inches. But if you're making it for an adult, please make use of whatever length that you want it to be at the back. As you know, this is an high-low cape, and the back is actually longer than that of the front. So whatever measurements you want to use for the back, go ahead and measure it all around and cut it out this way. So after cutting it out, I'll take the excess fabric away, and when you are done cutting, it should look this way. So I'll be taking a shoulder to shoulder measurement. What I'm making use of is actually 4 inches. So I'm going to place my tape on 4 inches. I'll chalk it, then I'll use my straight ruler to rule it out. So this line is going to be my starting line, and also it is my shoulder line. So on that center part, I mean the one that has both the opened and closed part, I'll be taking the neck width, and what I'm working with is 2 inches. And for the back neckline, I'll be working with 0.5 inches, and for the front, I'll be working with 2 inches for the neck depth. I hope you understand. So go ahead and take your measurements. If you are making this for an adult, please make use of 3 inches or 3.5 inches for the neck width, and 3 inches or less than that for the front neck depth, and 1 inch for the back neck depth. Okay, so when you are cutting this out, remember the open part is going to be the center front. So go ahead and lift it up before you cut it out, because we are cutting both the front and the back together. Don't make the mistake of cutting both the front and the back together. Okay, so go ahead and lift it up just like I have done. So when you are done cutting, it should look this way. You can see the shape that we have. So right now, I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder line, and then I will determine the length I want for the front. So I'll be working with 10 inches. I'm working with 10 inches because I'm still going to reduce it later. Okay, so I'll go ahead and measure 10 inches. If you're making this for an adult, please, for the front, go ahead and make use of 20 inches, or better still, you can refer to the tutorial I made earlier for proper measurements, because that one I made it for an adult. Okay, so from the center of the back, I'm going to connect that 10 inches in form of a curve. So go ahead and use your free hand to curve it out. You can see what I have, right? So if you notice on the picture that the center front is not just straight, it has a little bit of curve, and that is what I just did right now. I've gone ahead to just curve it out with my free hand. So go ahead and curve yours as well. The only difference between this tutorial and that other one is just the shoulder. This particular one has a pointy shoulder, and the other one has a curved shoulder. But this method is easier. All right, so once you have gotten all the measurements and and you are satisfied with your curves, please go ahead and cut it out. For me, the curve I have at the center is not satisfactory enough, so I'll go ahead and just trim it out a little bit. So after cutting, you should have it looking this way. That's if you didn't make any mistake. Okay, I believe you shouldn't. So the next thing you have to do right now is to cut out the lining piece. And just like I said earlier, you can decide to make use of another fabric to line it. Okay, so go ahead and cut out your lining piece. Alright, so after cutting, this is what I have. So at this point, you can decide to go ahead and interface your lining. This is going to make the shoulder more pointy and give it a little bit of structure. Alright, so the next thing you have to do is to open up the main fabric and the lining this way, and then you're going to take it to your sewing machine and join the shoulder. Just give it a straight stitch. Make sure you align it properly. Take it to your sewing machine and you just join the shoulder with a straight stitch. So after you are done, you should have it looking this way. You can see that our cape is almost ready. It's taking shape already. So the next thing you will do is to align the right side of the fabric and the right side of the lining together. Attach your button loop, okay, and then you take it to your sewing machine to stitch it all around, leaving 2 inches opening for you to be able to turn it when you are done. Okay, so after sewing, go ahead and notch it and then you turn it out. So when you are done turning it out, it should look this way. So the next thing you have to do is to take this back to your sewing machine to close down the opening that we have right there, which we use to turn it. And then you're going to come back to the center front and you will be attaching your button. You can see the button loop that I have there. So I'll use my needle and thread to attach the button to the center front of this jacket. So when you are done, we are literally done. Like we are literally done with this tutorial. Okay, the next thing that you have to do is just to give it a very good press and you are done. Okay, so thank you so much for watching till the very end. I really appreciate you. Thanks for always coming through, and you can see what the outcome looks like. Look at how it looks so pretty on my baby girl. And if you are sewing this for an adult, it should look this way. You can see how pointy the shoulder is, and of course it is so pretty. Thank you once again for staying tuned till the very end. I hope to see you in my next tutorial. Let's keep getting stronger in our creative journey. Bye.